All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pilates today. And we're going to be doing a little more advanced level class today for our workout. So we'll go ahead and start having a seat and then laying your spine down right into your upper ab curl. If it's been a while since you've done Pilates, you might think about cutting the reps. We're bringing the hands behind the head, and also taking the legs higher in this was easier for your core. So push the heels together, feel that connection, heels together, toes apart, knees apart for frog. And we push the legs up and out on a high diagonal and then frog back in. Your gaze is fixed on your belly as you stretch the legs long and then return. Push the legs out, reach, and coming back. Use the hands to lift the head, pull the elbows forward and down a bit. As you start to warm up your center, you can take the legs lower. If you feel that in your back, please take the legs higher. And when the legs fully extend, squeeze them together. Get that moment of engaging your transverse abdominal muscle here at the low belly. And do one more like this. Pull the legs in. Now parallel feet, parallel legs, and we slide out. The feet are in a soft point. The toes reach out and over the end of the body. The arch of the foot is lifted as if you're wrapping each foot around an individual tennis ball, softball, something like that. You're trying to pull that ball up into the center of the arch, staying high with that upper ab curl, using your upper abs to pull the chest forward and down towards the belly, using the lower abs to stabilize the back against the weight and movement of your legs. Let's go for one more here. You're always welcome to rest your head down, but if you do that, take the legs higher up in the air. Now flex the feet and push and pull. Reach away from you and then drag the legs back in. There'll be a tendency to fall flat as the knees pull in, come up with the head, stay lifted here, keep engaging your arms, keep engaging your abs. Press out, pull back. One more like that, keep the toes pulling in towards the kneecaps. Then take the legs high, they go higher this time. Inhale to point the feet and exhale to flex. Heel ball toe, toe ball heel. Again, if you look up at your feet, you're gonna flatten your spine. We don't want that because then you'll feel it in your neck and not in the lower part of your abdominals. And then from here, we circle the arms around and forward for hundreds, and we pump the arms, inhaling and exhaling. The legs can be vertical like we just had them. You can fold them into tabletop is easier, or you can take them out longer and lower, which would be more difficult. So wherever you land today, that's fine. Be honest with yourself about what your body needs and go long through the fingertips. I'm saying all this because I've been talking to a lot of people recently about how this enforced change in our schedule over the last year has really brought everyone to a place where they haven't been, like they're not at their regular state of fitness. For many of them, some people have improved it over the time. They've been lucky and dedicated to that. But there's been so many challenges that people aren't necessarily in their normal routine anymore. So you just want to be gentle with yourself while you're working and keep trying to improve here at a level that you can sustain. So let's pull the knees in, lay your head back, and stretch the legs forward down the mat for roll up. An easier option here would be to use the TheraBand around your feet. We're going to take the arms up and then back by your ears, or to whatever level you can hold your ribcage grounded. And then we lift the arms, we lift the head, neck, and shoulders. You exhale and you dive up and over. Take a bow over your legs, stretch your head out long, the shoulders fall behind you. And then we're going to start to bring it back. So curl the tail up, roll the body down. The arms can lift to whatever level you can support. Press the arms back and reach here, opening the armpits, stretching your lats. Bring the arms up again. Lift, exhale before you hit the ribs. So you have that power boost here from the breath assisting you to get off the ground. And then we bring it back down again. Roll out through your spine. Get each vertebra to imprint into the center of the mat, one after the next. And then stretch the arms behind you. Let's lift to come up again. Exhale through this. Suck the belly back. It's not just a hip hinge. We're thinking of a rounded curved spine. Try to open up and stretch the area by your sacrum, the area in your low back. Basically the area that naturally has an indented curve in it. We're trying to switch the curve so it's rounder and fuller in the opposite direction when you round up. Lift and come up here. Exhale and dive over yourself. Each one should get a little easier to lift, easier to stretch. And then we bring that all the way back and down to go into our rollover next. So from here, the arms circle around. Be sure you have room behind you to take the legs overhead. If you haven't done this in a while, you can elevate your hips on a yoga block, on a cushion, on a roller. And you might want to start bend the knees in and then lift the legs up to find that working level. We're keeping the legs together, soft point. Bring legs up and over. Balance on your shoulders, not on your neck. Open the legs, flex the feet, and then bring it down a little bit at a time, one vertebra after the other. I'm trying to resist gravity by pressing down through your arms, engaging into your lats and into your abs to bring the body down a little bit at a time. Close the legs, point, and we go up and over here. You balance on the shoulders, the eyes are up and back. Open the legs 4 inches, flex the feet, reach out through the heels. Try to drop the legs down on top of your chest. Keep reaching back to prevent yourself from falling forward. Work your way forward into the ground. Take the legs to your working level, point the feet, and close, go over once more. We lift up and over. Hips elevated. Don't just collapse. Try to have energy up through your waist so that you're working your tail up to the ceiling. Open, flex, and bring your spine down. The head pulls in one direction as the tail reaches in the other. Keep the feet flexed as you lower them out to your working level where you can still feel your spine in a good position. Point the feet, close. Now open the feet. We're going over with the toes pointed and the legs apart. The second set of 3 is a little different from the first. Close the legs, flex, and bring your torso down. The legs try to stay back like the heels are stuck on the wall behind you. Roll your spine out. You'll feel that stretch as you decompress the spine. Take the legs forward. Now point and open. Go up and over again. Balancing here on your shoulders and on the base of the skull, not on the neck. Flex, close, and bring it down again. Work your body down. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs, including the calves because of the flexion at the ankle. Point the feet open and go over once more. Flex, close. And obviously you can see how the roll up we just did warmed your body up for this exercise. Now we're going to take the right leg in the air for tree and the left leg forward. The right foot is flexed. The one in the air has a pointed foot. The one on the ground has a flexed foot. And you lower the leg to a level where you think you can come up to. Let's take your left hand to the back of the right thigh. Lift your head, look down the midline of your body. Coming up, you're going to lift the torso here. Let the hands walk up the leg towards the ankle. Try to sit as vertically as you can. Eyes on the horizon. And then reach out through both legs. Even though one's on the floor and one's in the air, you're going to curl your spine down and then use your hands to connect to that lifted leg. Bring yourself all the way down and then stretch your arms at your side. And then we lift again, coming up. You want to look to the inside of the leg so that your torso stays balanced here in symmetry right to left. Shoulders are down as the head floats up to lengthen the neck from both ends. And now we go down. The waist starts with the pelvic tuck, moving back here through the low part of the body. Hold the legs stable, one on the ground, one in the air. Don't let that top leg drop or lift. And we come up one last time. Head rises, opposite hand first. Avoid the back of the knee as you climb up your leg. Come all the way up, try to widen your chest and sit on your sits bones. Then you can bend the elbows to pick the leg up and then exhale, push it away. Inhale, lift, enjoy that stretch, bend the knee if necessary. Keep it as straight as you can though. You want to feel a healthy stretch in the back of the thigh, in the center of it, not too much at the back of the knee or at the sits bone attachment for your hamstring. Now the leg is lifted. You release your hands, you stretch forward, and you curl the tail up and the spine down. Keep reaching out with the arms, hold that leg in the air, and then we take the arm down and we start the advanced circles. So here you cross the leg over, you allow the right hip to lift off the ground, reach low with the foot, out around to the side, and drag it on up. So the right side is going to be fluid and coming off all the way up to the shoulder blade. This whole shoulder girdle stays on the mat here. So both the right and left scapula are grounded, but the right side is going to follow the foot over and then come back down and around. Let's do 2 more here. Keep stretching out into space. Soft point. Don't grip with your toes. Think still, even though you're pointing the foot, think of a little space, a little air between each of the toes. Come up to the ceiling here, now reverse. Blade goes out to the side, opening and around, sweep it over. And again, the right hip lifts, following the foot up in the air and then back down to the ground. So you stretch, hold that left side heavy. Don't let it float off the floor here. So you want to feel that work in your left obliques, working against the weight of the leg moving over to the right. And then let the right side flow up and then back down to the ground. Let's do one more here. You can press into both arms to help you stabilize the torso here. And then bring the leg up to the ceiling. We will scissor switch the legs here. So right one down, left one up, right foot flex, left one is in a point, and lower the leg to the angle where you think you can support your tree position. Now we come up, lift your head, look at your midline, bring the right hand across to the back of the left leg, walk yourself up here, come up and sit up nice and tall, open the chest, float the head up into the sky above you, and then curl the tail up. It's a pelvic tuck. You're rotating the pelvis on the femurs. You're bringing your body down and let the hands follow your spine down to the mat. At the end, the arms press down and reach long for the far end of your mat. And we lift again, coming up. Now, when you first learn this, it's really common for people to need like a weight on their ankles. Might be your kitty cat. This is Jolie. Coming all the way down, arms at your side. And we lift up once more. And then once you're vertical, we bend the elbows, you lift the leg up and then exhale, reach it away. Shoulders relaxed. Spine elongated. The bottom leg along the floor pushes into the ground here. And then we'll lift the leg, we release it, and then go on down. Maybe pet the cat on the way. And then the arms at your side, lift the leg, and we circle. Inhale across the body. Now here the left leg is moving, so the left side is mobile. We circle out, around, and then drag it up, reaching over here. Spin the hip off the ground and then back onto it. The right side stays heavy. It stays supported by the ground no matter what the left side is doing. It's like the two sides of your body have two different personalities. So one is strong and glued to the ground. The other is exploring the area around you. Let's come all the way to the top, pause and reverse. Remember always, just from the very beginning of this exercise, it's a short inhale to begin the circle and a long exhale. And that's important because we want to feel the abdominal wall contraction. At the very lowest level, the transversus, which runs horizontally across the body, like the name would imply, really works to like contract on that longer exhale and assist the lift of the diaphragm to assist the movement of air out of your lungs. We're going to complete the circle up at the top and then fold the knee into your chest, hug it in, and then roll forward and up, maybe lift the other leg and roll up for rolling like a ball. Coming up to sit at the front edge, hands to your shin, look down, pick up your feet. And we roll. Inhale, lift the tail, roll back to your blades, and exhale, coming forward and up to your balance. And again, taking it back. And then rounding forward, keep your feet off the ground on the lift. One more. Chin is always tucked into your chest, your gaze on the navel. From here, the ab series, right hand to the right ankle, left hand to the knee, push the left leg out, come into your best upper up curl, and inhale to switch your legs. The leg shoots forward and straight back in like a little piston here, moving in your engine. So you're going to push up with the shin into your hands and push down with your hands into your shin. Use the connection of your arm to your leg to come deeper into that upper up curl. Remember, don't lift your gaze, keep it down in order to keep the neck and the head in their optimum position. Let's end with the left leg in, pull the right leg in to meet it, one hand to each shin. Now inhale, most advanced. The toes go down, the arms go up. You slide the feet across the mat, pick up the feet to eye level, and then circle and embrace. Now, that's not necessarily where you are right now. So you could just take the arms and legs straight up to the ceiling and fold the knees in and hug it in, or do somewhere in between. The arms and legs go out on a diagonal that works for you. You want to feel that you're challenging your core, but you're not overwhelming it. Do that again. Stretch and reach out long. Embrace it on in. And one more time. If the arms go back so far that the head drops, you've gone too far with the movement. So let's scissors, right leg up, hands high on the right leg, left leg forward, and we inhale to switch and exhale, switch. You can bend your knee as you lift the leg up if your hamstrings are tight. And of course, we all think they're tight. It's just a question of what you're used to, right? But here's a nice chance to stretch them and feel that release and length in the back line of your legs. We'll end with the left leg up. Hands go behind your head, support it, pull both legs up in the air, double leg, lower lift. You're still looking down at your core. You push the legs out and away. Feel the abdominal wall start to gather together to support it in position against the weight of your legs moving forward. However, it's the psoas muscle deep by your spine that pays out to lower the legs and then contracts to pick the legs up. That's why it's so important that you really are thoughtful and mindful about how big your range of movement is, because that psoas muscle connects right to your vertebra and right to your intervertebral discs. You want to strengthen the muscle without overwhelming it in order to protect and strengthen the back. We'll do one more. It's okay to only move an inch or two as long as you feel like you're getting a workout. And then we're going to twist to the right and twist to the left. Elbow to knee or crisscross. I think in the gym they call it bicycle. We have different exercises called bicycle in Pilates. The leg shoots straight out of the socket and then you pull it back in as you come up to meet it with the armpit. Let's do one more set. We end with a twist to the left, pull everything back, lay down, fold the knees in, and then we'll rock forward and up for spine stretch. So rolling up, extend the legs, sit elevated on a cushion or a yoga block or book if your hamstrings are tight. And for the advanced variation, we take the arms up in the air, arms by the ears. This is non-traditional, it's not classical, but it feels amazing. So you're going to turn the palms back, look up at this imaginary ball you're holding in your hands, lift your head, lift your chest, and then waterfall only the upper back, backwards in space, doing an upper back extension, and then come out of it, turn the palms forward, look at the horizon, then look down with the weight of your head, pull you over your legs. And actually my legs should have been apart there. As you go down here, pull the waist back, head falls down between the open knees, the open feet, and then push into the ground. You stack your spine lifted, coming all the way up, take that upper back extension. Be sure you're not changing the angle at your hip. The lower part of the back is vertical, perpendicular to the ground and your legs. And then we bring it forward and come up over and around an invisible ball here. Think of a beach ball resting on your thighs and inflate it so that your back rounds and curves a little bit more over that space. Push the ground down with your tail with your heels and rise. Coming up, take the upper back extension and then exhale forward and over and down. We're going to stay here, hold onto your legs. Take a stretch, suck the belly back into whatever part feels tight. You want to feel that open and widen and lengthen. And then let's pull yourself forward to your heels. We'll be at the front third of your mat. Hands can go between your legs, rock back, picking up the heel. You're on your sacrum, and we extend the right leg up, stretch it here. Hold your balance pose, and then exhale, pull it back. Now the left extends. The shoulder stays relaxed and at ease. And you pull that back. Now both legs together, they both lift. They're only as wide as your shoulders, as your chest. And then pull it in. The arms come to the inside of the legs here. And do that again to reach up. And fold down. We'll do one last one. This time, once the legs go up, we get ready to roll. So first you straighten on the inhale. You hold the legs up high. Use your exhale to round your back more. Curve it. Look down. Curl the tail up. Now inhale to roll back to your shoulders only. Head staying off the ground. Exhale to come up to your balance point. And again, rolling back. And exhale forward. Going back here. And lift to come up. One more. Gaze stays on the navel so that your head stays off the ground. It also has to do with the amount of effort you use. You only need enough to bring you down and then back up again. Close the legs. The arms can either walk down your legs or you can release them more advanced and then pull the low back down into the ground. Hold the legs where they are as you bring your spine to the ground. And here we go for corkscrew. If you don't want the advanced version today, all you would do is you stretch the legs up and you circle the legs to the right, around, to the left, complete the circle at the top and then reverse. Holding the pelvis grounded and heavy, you'll feel a shift in weight by the sacrum, but really basically the body is stable. The advanced version, you jackknife up through center. So you lift the legs up high, then you rotate your spine so you're twisting to the right. The spine stays centered over the middle of the mat as you go down. Gaze is still up. Get your hip down on the right, and then you circle the legs right, forward to the left. Bring it back and up, almost in, and then lift your feet up at the top. Tap the ceiling above your third eye. And now you're going down, tipping the spine to the left. Think of the left side heavy, the right side light. As you go down here, the body is coming down centered on the middle of the mat. Legs circle to the left. Rotate the hips around to the right. Come back in almost all the way up and go up. I like to think about the path of my feet forming. We're going now to the right because we just came up on the right. You go down on the right. The feet draw the image of a raindrop, a teardrop, even like a flower bulb here. So there's a big bulb at the bottom, a big circle, and it narrows and comes up to a point at the top. We're going to do one more going down to the left side. Resist gravity, push into your arms, then you circle the legs out to the left. Be sure that that circle is a size that you are able to support from your own strength and flexibility. Come all the way up to the center. And now we go right down the midline. Just a regular jackknife down. Come up and open the legs and extend the arms out here for your saw. So we'll rotate to the right. You spiral, the back palm reaches up and back. Slide the left hand down along the outside of the right leg somewhere, calf, ankle, foot, whatever works for you. Pull your body up, hold the rotation, go long through your fingertips, spin back to center. At the center, you're at your tallest point in space, and then we're going over to the left side. Stretch out, anchor down through the right glute and leg. And now lift to come up. Then you unwind at the top, and we spin again to the right. And then dive over. Try to pull the arms in opposition. They reach, they stretch away from each other. Try to open the collarbones, come up, center, and then twist again. The arms are moving because of the rotation of the body. And then you reach out long here, lift your belly into the curve of your back, even in that twisted position. Coming up all the way, center here, and then lower the arms down. Pull the legs together, and we flip over onto our stomachs here for swan. All right, so upper back extension. This does not mean that you are just pushing through your arms and coming up from your thighs. We're looking for a curve through the upper back, using the arms to support that. So head is down, pull the elbows back, pull the chest forward, coming up. The arms give you a lot of support, but you're still trying to find a bend in your spine through the upper back, and then release it down. Coming down here, flip the head off the ground, and again, pull the mat towards your feet, pull your chest towards the wall in front of you. Coming up, you lift, the blades drop and pull together behind you. Try to squeeze the ribs in the back together to open the front of the chest, and down we go again. Work it down here, and one more. And then we can rock. So we can lift the legs, push off the ground. Put the legs in the air, try to keep the curve of your spine. And then sit back in a child's pose. Stretch out your lats here with the arms reaching forward. Curl the tail under. Hang your head down. Breathe into your back. And then we go forward onto your forearms for single leg kick. Push down with your fists, push down with your elbows, pull up with the heart, up with the eyes. Kick the right heel in, 1, 2, and down. Now the left. Pulse 1, 2, and down. Now the right. Double beat here. And again to the left. Keep the pelvis heavy on the floor here. Push it into the mat like it's filled with wet sand. And you're working to stretch the quad and the psoas with every pulse. Eyes stay up, heart stays rising. And with the beat to the left. And then we lay down, turn your head to the right. Overlap your hands high on the back, as close to the tip of the blades as you can manage, and drop your elbows down. Take a deep breath in to lengthen. As you exhale, 3 beats both legs. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Push your feet into the ground. The arms reach back. The palms face in or up. And you try to open the chest as you lift your torso off the ground. Coming down, turning to the left, elbows fall. And pulse the energy out of your body. Pulse the air out of your lungs. 3 beats. Down with your feet. They stay grounded as you rise. And down we go again, looking to the right. 3 pulses. Pulse the air out. Down with the legs, arms stretch back. Eventually the thumbs intertwine, the wrists stay straight as you point the fingers to the space between your heels, and then bring it down, twist, turning your head to the left. Legs down, body lifts, last time. And you lower, take your hands by your armpits, push off the ground, curve back into your child's pose here. And then stack your spine from the bottom to the top, lifting up and turn it around for neck pull. This is an advanced form of the roll up. If roll up is still iffy for you today, you can do another roll up here to practice that. Even again, use the band for your feet if you want. And however, if you're doing neck pull, the feet are apart about 4 to 5 inches. Your hands behind the base of your skull, you pull the head up to elongate your waist. Pick the ribs up off the hips, and then you lean back with a neutral spine, a flat back. Go as far as you can, then you tuck, you can pull the elbows in, you round your body down into the ground, lay your head down, coming up, either the hands stay where they are here at the head, most advanced, or you can bring fist into palm, coming up, push the arms into each other. As soon as you can, bring your hands behind your head and pull the head out long between your feet as you take that stretch forward over the mat. And then flow the spine up. The energy lifts up the front of the spine to elongate it. And you lean back here. Tuck before you get into an arch back position. Go all the way to the ground. And you can switch your hands. Fist into palm. Dive over. Bend your spine forward. Take a deep bow here. And lift to come upright. Hinge back. And then roll yourself down. Be sure you hit every vertebra. If you're going down in big chunks, you want to change that by taking the arms in a different position, more forward. Dive over, pull that stretch. You pull the head forward, not down. Feel that lengthening your low back and then articulate up. Sequence the body up to a vertical position and then you hinge it back, not allowing the rib cage to open here. Then you round back, you come down and lay it down for shoulder bridge. We're going to add the kicks today, doing a bent knee transition for the legs. So we start here, the feet are grounded, the arms are down at your side. Begin with a pelvic tuck, curl the tail up, push the knees forward, come all the way up, hips lift, shoulders push down. And then from here, pull the right knee into your chest, lift that right foot up to the ceiling, soft point. You stretch the leg forward and down, maybe tap the heel if you can, flex and lift it up. The goal here is not to drop that right hip. Point to lower, go as far as you can without letting that hip fall, and then flex to bring it up. Point the foot, bend the knee, lift the knee and the hip, lower the foot down parallel to the other one. Your hip should be level here in space. And now we pull the left leg in. So fold it in, lift the foot up. That helps you lift the left hip off the floor. Point to go down, flex to go up. Point down and flex lift. Point down and flex up. Bend the knee, lift the knee and the hip, lower the foot, stand into your feet, use your glutes, lift the hips higher. And now we're rolling to the inner arm and curving the spine on down. That was your first set with a set of kicks added to your bridge. Now just a plain bridge. So your feet push down, pull the heels back to activate the back line of your legs. We curve the tail forward. You peel the hips, the waist, the ribs, the tips of the shoulders stay on the mat here. You're going all the way up, push down through the top of the shoulders, roll to the outer arm, feel your heart lift. You're in a thoracic extension here. You boost up with your butt a lot to open the hips to the ceiling. Don't let the knees fall open. Keep the inner thighs engaged. And now we come out of it, roll to the inner arms, feel how your blades move sideways. So you can drape your spine down between that opening between the scapula. Go all the way down, releasing down to your waist, to your sacrum. When the tail lowers, the waist floats up. And now we do another set, another bridge with a set of kicks. So we start with the pelvic tuck. Stand on your legs, coming all the way up, the knees glide forward. Lift your hips. Now this time, pull the left leg in first. Extend the foot up. Now it's a flex to go down and a point to lift. Flex down, point up. Flex down, point rise. Lift the foot, lift the hip, bend the knee, replace the foot down. Square off the pelvis if the left side has dropped at all. And now we pull the right knee in. We lift the foot up. You flex the foot, flex down, point to bring it up. Flex all the way down or however far you can go without dropping that butt cheek into the floor. Go all the way up here, bend the knee, lift the hip, push down through both feet. Once they're there, square off the pelvis, open the hips to the sky, and now roll to the inner arm. Feel the back widen so you can place your spine down all the way from the top down to your tail. Good. From here, we're coming up for spine twist. So you can pull one knee into your body and then roll yourself forward and up. Extend the legs. Take the arms out to the side. Again, elevate your hips if you need it here. And we rotate to the right. Twist from your waist, not pushing with your arms. Your arms are carried by the movement of the chest. Do the rotation at the middle of your spine. Twist to the left, 3 pulses there. Feet are flexed and stay together like they're up against a wall. As you twist to the right, your gaze goes back over the right hand. Bring your gaze forward at the center and then bring your gaze following your left hand back and around as you twist and pulse to the left. Center again, grow taller up through central axis and rotate right, center, and out to the left. And center, lower the arms, and we center on the mat to lay down for a jackknife. So we've already done rollover, we've already done advanced corkscrew maybe. So this is the third time or the second or maybe the first. You're thinking of going up. Again, you can always elevate your hips to make it a little easier. And you probably want to bend your knees, pull the legs up towards the ceiling, bring the legs slightly forward so you have a little bit of a range of motion advantage here. And you press so the arms are going to come over and up with the legs. They go high, and then you bring them on down. Try to resist gravity, place your spine down, and then push the legs away. I'm going to go forward a little bit more to show you when you first learn this exercise, right? The legs would start up, but they would go over low. So when you go over first, like the beginning intermediate of this exercise, the legs start to the ground, then you point them up, you lift them up towards the ceiling, then you bring them back down again, and then you would bring your spine down. As you advance the exercise, the legs go immediately to that higher angle. So there's more open angle here at your hips. So you push down and you lift and you push the legs up immediately. And then you try to keep them elevated and more open angle at the hips as you go down. That means there's more load away from center. You're going to work your core harder to go down. Just be careful you don't overshoot your body and end up with your back arching on the way to the ground. Now let's do that once more. So figure out where you need to be. The range is really variable depending not only on how many times you've done Pilates, but how you feel today. You know, it could be how you slept, what you ate, what your emotions are. Lots of different factors affect your body's performance. And we want to honor that. Be careful. All right, so legs down. Onto the side here for side kicks. So you'll prop yourself up on your elbow facing the camera. Bring the legs forward. You're right on your side seam, pick up your top leg. Flex both feet. The front leg goes forward, reach out through the heel. Pulse 1, 2. Point the foot, take it back. Pulse 1 and 2. Now it's okay. Right now I have my top hand is in front of my chest on the floor. As you advance, the arm goes here at the back of the skull, and you keep the stability in your body, resting on your side, which is tricky. You've got to press your bottom leg into the ground and also find length from head to tail to hold your balance. Come back to center, lower the leg. We rotate externally. You point the foot and kick it up. You flex and pull it down, heel to heel. Point to lift and flex to close. Point up and flex down. Now reverse. Flex and lift and point, stretch it out. flexing up, and point all the way down. One more, flex to lift it, point and stretch it down, développé. You bend the knee, you slide the leg in, knee up, foot up, flex, and down it goes, stretch. Drag it in, there's a connection foot to leg, extend it, flex, and push it down. One more like that. Draw it in, lift, extend, flex and close. Now reverse. Go up, point the foot, bend the knee, skate that leg down the bottom one, reach long, stretch your waist, and lift, point, bend, and exhale, pull the belly in tight as you push the air out of your lungs. One more, point, bend, exhale all the way down, rond de jambe, forward, exhale up, around, back, and through center. And do that again. You push that bottom leg into the ground to help you hold your body stable here. You're obviously using your core to stay balanced here on your side seam. Come to center and reverse. Take the leg back, open it up, circle forward and around. Keep pulling your head away from your shoulders. Keep that neck long and engaged. Around we go. You're definitely starting to feel this in that upper outer thigh here. Your abductors are working hard. Now let's do an advanced bicycle. You're going to take the top leg back and the top arm forward. Stretch on the diagonal. Kick the leg forward to your hand. Hold the leg wherever you can. Fold the knee into your chest. Squeeze it in. Heel to sits bone, knee to chest. Hand goes lower on the foot or the ankle. You swing the knee back, open the quad, get a stretch there. And then you stretch the arm forward and the leg back as you release back to where we started on that diagonal. Kick it forward again. Bottom leg is heavy. Bring that forward. Soft point through the foot. Fold it in tight to your chest, hand to the shin or lower on the ankle or foot, push the knee behind you. You'll feel a big quad stretch, be sure your knee is okay, and then release the arm and the leg, lengthen out there. One more time, you kick the leg forward, reach back to the tail and the sits bone to get the hamstring stretch, fold the knee in, compression, you want to try to really melt it into your body. Hand slides down towards the foot, the heel towards the sits bone, push the leg back, get a stretch in your psoas as well as the quad, and then release the arm and the leg, lengthen out. Now reverse, up with the arm as you fold the leg. Get the heel in again to the sits bone. Watch that the knee hasn't lifted. Keep it down, level with your hip. Pull that knee forward and into your body. Hug it in, tug it in. Extend the leg out, stretch, hamstring, and then push the leg back and the arm forward. There's that diagonal. We lift the arm as we fold the knee. Bring the heel back in towards the glute. Push the knee back, open that quad, then pull the knee all the way in, stretch the leg back, extend the leg, stretching the hamstring, and then swing the arm forward and the leg back. One more time, arm circles up as you fold the leg. They're happening at the same time. Pull the knee into your chest, tug it in, extend the leg forward, really reach, and then stretch arm and leg on the diagonal. Good, we'll do one more exercise here in the series. There are more, but this will be a great start for more of the advanced work. Figure 4, the knee goes up, and we're going to pick the bottom leg up as high as you can take it and bring it down. So lift it from the upper inner thigh and then press it to the ground. We're trying to push that front leg, the knee away from you to open the hip there. Lower that bottom leg, now lift and you hold it up, and we circle around it up 3 times. 1, and then 2, and then 3. Bring it up, lift it, reverse the circles. 1, and now 2, and now 3, bring it up and lower it down. All right, here we're going onto grasshopper, onto your belly. Overlap your hands, rest your forehead on your hands, legs and turn out, lift the legs, and you clap the heels. You're trying to get the thighs off the ground. You're not just bending the knees and clapping the lower feet. You're actually opening and closing the upper thighs here, so you feel that work in your glutes, in your hamstring. And then stretch the legs out long to the floor. Sit back into child's pose. Round your back, curve it. In the classical order, typically we would just turn over and you would have your back to the camera. But let's go face the camera here. I need to see you and you may want to see me. And we stretch out. Be sure you have room for your legs. And you can either start with a hand down or more advanced, take your hands both by the base of the skull. Pick up your top leg, flex both feet. Inhale, you kick the leg forward, pulse 1, pulse 2. Point the foot, take it back, pulse 1 and 2. Flex to go forward with the leg. Do not let your body fall backwards. And as the leg goes back, do not lean forward with the chest, because then you'd just be doing a plank here from your leg to your head. And what we're actually trying to do is get a little hip opening when the leg goes back and hamstring stretch when the leg goes forward. One more, take it back, double beat, push the bottom leg into the ground, come back to center, and we lower the leg, externally rotate, point to go up and flex to pull it down. Point, lift and flex, close. Point to bring it up and flex to push it down. Now reverse, flex high and point, lengthen out, flex and lift. Point, stretch it down. One more. Développé, bend your knees, slide the knee up to the ceiling, pull the knee into your chest, lift the foot, flex, and push it away. So you drag it in, you extend it, you flex, and you push it down. One more like that. Looking really good. Flex and push it down. Now tap reverse. Go up, flex foot, straight leg, point, bend. Slide that leg down, skate it out, lift it, point, bend, exhale, push the air out of your lungs, pull the belly in deep. One more, point, bend, and exhale all the way forward and down, rond de jambe. Big circle, inhale forward, exhale up, around, back, and through center. Hold that body quiet and calm on the side on your mat. It's really helpful to think of lengthening the leg out of the socket and pull the head away from the shoulders. Knit your fascia together to hold you like you're in a big sleeve. And then take this back, open the leg forward and around. You switch direction, you push the leg behind you, you spiral it open, forward and around, and one last time. And now that bicycle again. So you take your top arm forward, your top leg back, stretch. Kick the leg forward to your hand, hold the butt back so you don't topple over, fold the knee into your chest, squeeze it tight, hand to the foot or the ankle, push the knee back, open the hip, and then release the arm and the leg, shoot them out on that diagonal line. And again, we're bringing the leg forward to the hand to the leg, pull the knee in close, spin the knee back, push it back in an arc, you open the hip, use your glute to push that top hip forward more, and then extend the arm and the leg, reach out long. Let's do one more. The arm circles up to collect the foot here, pull that knee in, bring it tight, extend it forward, and reach to stretch. Good, figure four. We'll take the leg up, push the foot into the ground, the bottom leg lifts and then lowers, goes high and then down to the ground with control. Inner thigh picks it up and then releases it down slowly. Pick it up, hold it there, and circle around up. 1 and 2 and 3, lift it and reverse it. Circle 1 and 2 and 3, lift here, lower it down, and then we'll just stretch it out. Lay on your back for a second to see how your body feels after all those side kicks. Probably the legs are a little bit more relaxed, a little longer, and you may notice that your legs want to just turn out into external rotation, helping your back feel more relaxed. Okay, so let's pull in both knees. Roll forward and up to sitting. We're almost done. We're just going to practice a little bit of our teaser here. So we're going to rock back on the sacrum, pick up the feet. Most women, toes are sort of eye level. Most guys, the feet are a little lower, right? But find your balance point. You can hold on to your legs and start to roll the body down, keep the legs where they are. And then pull yourself up. Now, more difficult, of course, hands free. You go back down. And then you lift and you pull it up. Whew. Use a deep breath to come up. Also, be careful how far you go down. You can always take your hands to your legs to get you back up if you need it. And then lift here, squeeze in, coming up. Hands to the legs again. Now just straighten the legs. Good. Extend the arms up. That's your advanced teaser position. Hands to the legs. Bend the knees back into tabletop or feet a little lower. Now arms forward. Lower the legs slightly and then pick them up. Try not to move your torso. Just lower the bent legs and lift them. Lower it down and lift them again. And then we're taking everything out. Push the legs away at eye level. Bring your body to the ground. And we come up, lifting your head, neck, and shoulders. Scoop the arms, scoop the legs. You can bring your hands to the back of your legs. Come up to your teaser. And then let's push the legs away. Bring it down. We'll do one last one. You're almost done with the class. You're almost done with this. Last one. Coming up. Show me those gorgeous teasers. That's beautiful. Bend your knees. cross at the ankles, and dive over. Take a stretch for your back. And then stack your spine, and that's it for today. Hope you had fun. You looked great. If you